Senator Robert Hurt. Thank you, Bill. Thank you so much. Thank you all, each and every one of you, for coming out this afternoon, this hot afternoon, for some watermelon and some speeches. I am so pleased to be here with all the good folks that are here, and especially pleased to be with the next governor of Virginia. I have known Bob since I was first elected to the House of Delegates about 8 years ago, and got to work with him on a daily basis. And I can tell you, you're not going to find a better man anywhere for the job. He is absolutely rock solid on all the issues that we care about. He is the hardest worker that you'll ever find, and he knows how to get things done. One of the things that I think is most important about Bob McDonnell that we tend to forget because he's been in public service so long, when he was first elected, he was elected to serve the House seat in Virginia Beach, and it was the General Assembly at that time was controlled by the Democrats. George Allen was the governor at that time, and every major piece of legislation that George Allen got passed while he was governor, all of it was handled intimately by Bob McDonnell. He carried welfare reform, abolition of parole, all the things that you think about are hallmarks of the successful administration of George Allen. Good policy for Virginia, the kind of policy that we need to return to. It all came through the hard work of Bob McDonnell, and we can't forget that. And it's important because it was good policy. It was important especially because he was able to work in a Democrat-controlled legislature, working with the Republican governor to get those things done. And especially for me, of course, I served in the body where Charles Poindexter serves now in the majority. It was quite nice being in the majority. When I was elected to the Senate, I was elected to the minority. So it's a little bit different, but I recognize how difficult it can be to get things done. Now, he has been our Attorney General for 4 years. He has taken the experience that he has gained through being a legislator and his ability to get things done. He's taken that to the Attorney General's office. He has worked hard for each of us, to defend each of us as Virginians in his capacity as the state's lawyer. He has represented the governor ably. He has represented the people ably in the last 4 years. But not only has he done his job as a top lawyer in the state for the last 4 years, but he has also taken his wonderful abilities, and he's actually made policy. He has used his pulpit to make policy in Virginia that's good for Virginians. And I can tell you, one of the most important things that he accomplished was the work that he's done on stopping internet sexual predation of children in Virginia. You stop and think about how important that is, how quickly this world is changing in terms of technology, and it was his office and his vision for Virginia and his ability to be on the cutting edge of technology to be able to put in place a policy that I believe 100% makes all of us safer. There is no question in my mind that Virginia is a better place because of Bob McDonnell's service up to this point, and it can be even better. It will be even better if we elect him governor in November. Now, as Virgil stated, clearly, this election, the eyes of the nation are on this election. And don't think for a moment, you can look at the polls. I think that the polls are the worst thing that we can be looking at right now. The worst thing that we can be looking at. We need to have in our mind that we are 20 points behind. 20 points behind. That's how hard we're going to have to work, because Obama is going to take this one personally. He is going to take it personally, and he is going to pour money that we've never seen into a governor's race because the Democrats are not going to take this one easily. Bob McDonnell will do it, and he can do it, but he can't do it unless each of us, each one here, gets out and works, gets out and talks to your neighbor. When you hear somebody who gets upset, and we've all gotten upset ourselves probably in the last 6 months listening to what's coming out of Washington. When you hear your friend and brother and sister and neighbor on the street talking about something that bothers them, about what's going on in Washington, you tell them, stop, hold on, there's something we can do about this. There's something you can do about it, and that is you can elect Bob McDonnell governor. Let me wind up by saying the other thing, and Charles hit it right on the head. The last bastion of common sense, conservative common sense, is the Virginia House of Delegates. It is the last place that you're going to find it in Richmond. We need to make sure that we keep Charles Poindexter, who has worked so hard for the 9th District in his term. He has worked so hard. It has been a pleasure and a proud thing for me to be able to work alongside of him for the people of Franklin County and Floyd County. We need to make sure we send him back, and we need to make sure that we keep a majority in the House of Delegates in Richmond, because that is going to be critical. It's going to be critical so that Bob McDonnell can continue to lead Virginia forward and be the great state that Virginia has always been. With that, it is my duty to return the microphone back to Charles Poindexter. Thank you.